You're listening to Microscast, the podcast about all things Micros.
Well, that's really nerdy.
Nerdy or not, here we go. This is Microscast with your host, Ed. Intellectual, stimulating conversation.
Hello, hello, hello. This is your host, Ed Carrillo. You are listening to Microscast. I am so excited about today's episode because we are unveiling the winner of the MicroVision 2020 Song Contest. I'm excited. This was an episode that I did with Rick. Thank you so much, Rick, for all of your work and for putting this together. This was awesome. I'm just excited to present this to y'all. I just want to apologize a little bit for the sound quality. When I recorded this episode, I didn't realize that Zoom had updated and changed my default audio settings, so it didn't record. Okay, so it didn't record using my USB microphone. It recorded using the computer microphone. So that's my bad. But the rest is perfect. I just hope that you guys enjoy it because Rick and I are very proud of it. So without further ado, here is MicroVision 2020. Enjoy. Hello, we are live in Shirekeep here at the Esagila of Raynor. Coming to you, Rick and, of course, me, Ed, your presenters tonight for MicroVision 2020. We're very excited to present to you a wonderful show.
So, why are we here? So, Shireroth won last year with quite a forgettable Coldplay song about losing an empire. And that is why Shireroth has the honor this year to host this year's contest. Mm-hmm. As you will see now, you will have received a scoreboard in your hands. And this scoreboard reflects the lower 28 points from each country. That is, votes 1 to 7 points. Now, throughout this show, we will go over each country's vote for the top 3. That is, the 8 points, 10 points, and 12 points. Now, as you can see on the scoreboard, Hermu and Craitland are currently in the lead with 64 points. Pricey, 51 points. Sanema, 47 points. Alduria Wechsler, 44 points. And in Batavia, Turkestan, the South Sea Islands, and the UGB have 41 points.
And at the lower end, we have the Dark Berry Islands with 14 points. We have the Surin Confederacy with 13 points. We have Plazas de Irian at 6 points. And we have Goetia and C with 4 points each. And at last, but certainly not least, Jalan with 2 points. Croatia sadly was disqualified. Had Croatia not been disqualified, it really wouldn't have made a difference. Its anthem for a fictional country only received some 29 points all in all. What a pathetic hobby those Croatians must have, making up songs about fictional countries, huh?
First country out is Constantia. Here we have Christina Aguilar with the Patriotic Imperial Band and their song, We Will Follow Only You.
So this song was a highly controversial submission. I think a lot of people were very upset at its Jing imagery, its Tai Songese language, which either culture or language is not predominant in Constancia. So it is a rather curious selection for some of us that know the country pretty well.
This performance has a group of women singing a song about following only Jaime Agustín Joaquín Primo de Aguilar, the autocrator of Constancia.
Well, somehow Primo must have seen this and thought, yes, this is perfect. This is what I'll submit. The ways of the Autocrator are indeed mysterious to us lesser mortal.
In any case, here we have the Constantian vote for the night. Shireroth, 8 points.
Elwyn, 10 points.
And Elduria Wechua, 12 points.
All right, and next up, we move to Craitland. Craitland submitted a wonderful song from Peter Murphy, Catch You Up. It's a song about crap weather, the weather that we'll always find while visiting Craitland.
And the vote from Craitland is as follows. Sankt Ludwigshafen, 8 points.
Elwyn, 10 points.
Jingdao, 12 points. Next up is the Darkberry Islands. The Federal Republic of the Forgotten Darkberry Islands gave us the Mother Pheasant Plucker, performed by Hank Green and the Perfect Strangers.
This song is a hypnotic, tongue-twisting song about the joys of working. And the score, 8 points to the Shirekeep.
10 points to Mercury.
And 12 points to Elduria Wechua. And next up, we have the Federation of Elduria Wechua with its submission from a rising pop star Renata Flores. Kawashanshik Shai Kiyayaka. The Wechua are a very proud people. They are the most ancient group living in Celtia. And the song talks about the importance of honoring your roots without having to be mean or evil to anyone else. You can honor yourself and respect others and honor others' diversity as well. And that's what this song talks about. And for the score,
we have 8 points to the Unified Governorates.
10 points to Natopia.
And 12 points to Drachmodan. And now we have Batavia. Jay singing En Mooie Dag, a very nice day.
It might well be a beautiful day, but that's about the only thing going on in Batavia's favor right now, so I guess they better cling to that pretty closely. For the score, we have 8 points to Calbian and 12 points to Shakaristan. And next up, we have Goetia. They have submitted Boys Keep Swinging by Hirsute Pursuit, about being a submissive boy to a dominant man. Given that Goetia's only amassed 4 points so far, I think it is safe to say that in this year, Goetia's the bottom boy. Everyone needs a bottom boy. And the score, 8 points to Mercury.
10 points to Senya.
And 12 points to St. Ludwig Schaefer.
All right, time for the summary now to see how far we've come in the scores. Right now, Elduria Wechua is leading with 68 points. Craitland and Hurmu are tied in the second place to 64 points. And finally, Shakaristan, third place with 53 points.
All right. Next up, we have Jingdao. They have submitted a song called Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. I wonder, when did the death-worshipping enemies of humanity learn to put together such a catchy pop number? Be watchful against the snares of the eternal enemy, dear listeners. The vote from the so-called Heavenly Light was as follows.
8 points to St. Ludwigshafen.
10 points to Ralgon.
And 12 points to Mercury. Okay, we're at Mercury now. Having submitted Queen singing the March of the Black Queen. This is keeping to Mercury's tradition of only submitting songs written by Freddie Mercury.
And the score, 8 points to Jingdao.
10 points to Craitland.
And 12 points to Ralgon. Next up, we have the Vobic Empire of the Natopian Nation. With their submission from Alaska Thunderfuck, Your Makeup is Terrible. This is a popular Natopian song from the pre-upheaval times, when popular culture began to move to de-vanicize the land by criticizing the terrible makeup of the never-aging Vanix. To be fair, I'd say the same about her makeup. It really is terrible.
And as for the vote, Natopia has voted as follows. 8 points, Radoria Wichwa.
10 points to Shireroth.
And 12 points to Elwyn. Ralgon submitted the song Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. I suppose Ralgon's never gonna give up Rick Rolling Rick.
And the score, 8 points to the Darkberry Islands.
10 points to the Unified Governors.
And 12 points to Jingdao. Next up, we have the Kingdom of Ransenar. The Kingdom of Ransenar has submitted a song called I Know My Love, performed by the Corrs and the Chieftains, two very famous folk song bands in Ransenar. The folk song comes from central Ransenar. It talks about a love rivalry between a Ransenari woman and a Shirethian woman. For the score, 8 points to the South Sea Islands.
10 points to Sanama.
And 12 points to Craitland.
Okay, Sanama next. Submitted the song Rosa Helicopter by Peaches. That is Pink Helicopter in Isvanistani. You see, we must always be vigilant against the re-emergence of Vanik tendencies.
Always.
To tell us about this are two little girls and their pink helicopter. Sanama voted as follows.
8 points to Alduria Wachua.
10 points to Chrysler.
And 12 points to Seed. And now for the summary so far. We have Craitland in the lead with 86 points. We have Alduria Wachua in second place with 84 points. And Hernmu and Jingdao tied for third with 64 points.
Next up, the South Sea Islands, with Shepherd singing Coming Home. It is a celebratory song about returning home from weeks on the dangerous sea. That they can find home after weeks on the sea is impressive. I still can't even locate these islands on the map.
And the score, 8 points to Elwyn.
10 points to Creighton.
And 12 points to Jingdao.
Next up is Suren, with the song Ahai Gol, O Flowers by Puyan Mokhtari. It's a strange feeling realizing that Suren is among the few to actually understand kitsch tonight. At the same time, they're mocking the ESP and the House of Osman. And in order to stay alive, I need to condemn that. Anyway, the Suren have voted as follows.
8 points to Shakaristan.
10 points to the Thrasi Confederation.
12 points to Seed. Next up, we have the Thrasi Confederation. They have submitted the song Kashagim Ai by Gauhartas. The majestic performance tells folk stories from the storied history of the Thrasi Confederation. And for the score,
8 points to Batavia.
10 points to Shireroth.
And 12 points to Clases de Irian. Now we've come to Zid with the song Yavosh Yavosh, meaning slow down in Babri, sung by Mernigor Rustam. A local Khan told one of his daughters that she could be a pop star if she wanted, and this is apparently what happened. If this is an indication of Zid's drive and energy, the neighbors can probably sleep easy for a while longer. As to the Zid vote, it is as follows.
8 points to the Unified Governorates.
10 points to the Thrasi Confederation.
And 12 points to the Surin Confederacy. Next up, we have St. Ludwigshafen. They have submitted the song Hathish by Ramstein. It's a very industrial song. It's dark yet oddly fitting. It makes me wonder, was one of them bitten by a shark? The Cibola waters can be quite dangerous. Watch out, Ludwigians. And their vote.
8 points to Chrysi.
10 points to Calvian.
And 12 points to the South Sea Islands. Now we've come to the Democratic Environmental Society of Senya, giving us Machine Gun Kelly with the song Bloody Valentine, about how overly dramatic Senyan people can be in relationships. Did you know that Senya officially retains the death penalty for certain degenerate behaviors, though nobody has even been executed in the country? Until now, that is. If there ever was a call for justice to be rendered, this is it. As for the Senyan vote, go ahead, Ed.
8 points to Ralgon.
10 points to Hermer.
And 12 points to St. Ludwigshafen.
Now we'll come to the summary again. In the top, we have Craitland with 96 points, followed by Alduria Witra with 84 points, and Dingdao with 76 points.
And the bottom three, we have Floria with 17 points. Then Goisha with 4 points. And last but certainly not least, we have Yaland with 2 points.
Now we come to Chakaristan with the song Dilbar in Arboric by Fnair and Nora Fateh. In this performance, Chakaristan bravely warns us of the perils of both colonialism and of cultural appropriation.
And the score. We have 8 points to the Thrasi Confederation.
10 points to Suren.
And 12 points to C. Next up, we have Calvian. They have submitted Calbane Thunder by My Land. Sweet-sounding guy in a skirt and blazer, his homeland yearning for something lost. Hopefully, nothing irredentist to neither Chrysi nor Blackstone, am I right? Wink, wink, wink. And the score.
12 points to Talismania.
10 points to St. Ludwigshafen.
And 8 points to the South Sea Islands. Chrysi has sent us Ace Wilder singing Busy Doing Nothing. This ode to indolence, with its repeated line, "Don't wanna work, 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 I wanna make money while I sleep," is reportedly based on Esor, the now deposed viceroy. As for the vote from Chrysi, let's hear it, Ed.
Okay, 8 points to Ransonar.
10 points to Elwyn.
And 12 points to Calvian. And next up, we have the Imperial Republic of Shireroth.
On its home turf, Bejan Beats giving us Abdazemama Yazech Shored.
This is a song from our glorious war against the evil and treacherous traitors in the Cthulhu.
With the might of Our Lady, the Radiant Sun, Salome Ilva Octavia, Arian Kilirian, Ibn al-Majid, al-Osman bin Satrati of Waffle Pain, Shireroth of Shireroth, Queen of Ransana, Queen and Exarch of Chrysi, Rani of Tasnimia, Emira of Satrati, Sada of Talinor, Princess of Wilma, Princess among the Lakes, Duchess of Brookshire, Duchess of Ugutterly, Duchess of Chestnut, Duchess of New Aquitain, Marchioness of Zerodun, Hanun of Carlumbouche, Countess of Upper Macon, Countess of Antiochus, Countess of Dracoheim, Countess of Istvan, Baroness of Port Mills, Lady of Sabafoda Tinkyoan, Lady in Europe, progeny of the once living god, scion of the King of Kings, Thane of the Shirelands, keeper of the Apollo legacy, Grand Master of the Orders of the Dragon, of the Griffin, of the Phoenix, and of the Chimera, sovereign of the Golden Mango Throne, Lord Mayor of the city of Ladagrad.
Leading her loyal lax behind her, the traitors were conquered. And by her decree, the votes of the Imperial Republic of Shireroth are awarded as follows. 8 points to Alduria Wechua,
10 points to Elwyn.
and 12 points to Drachmodan.
Now, we've come to the unified governorates, giving us Smirt za Smirt, Death for Death by Laibach, which performed in Jingdao in last year's contest. And this song is sung in Ossian.
Industrial and heavy. This song is beyond me. It makes only sense as a master plan to avoid playing host to a bunch of ghastly foreigners next year. And the score.
8 points to Shiro,
10 points to Alduria Wechua.
and 12 points to Elvin. We have now come to Hurm, giving us En livstid I krig by Sabaton, a lifetime in war. This song is about how Hurmu grew a spine. It only took 80 years, a genocide that wiped out 90% of its population, and the imposition of Bannic rape culture to beat some sense into the silly sods. Better late than never. As for the vote from Hurmu,
8 points to Yalan,
10 points to Craitland,
and 12 points to Sanama. And the summary of scores so far, what an evening it has been. In first place, we have Craitland with 106 points. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are seeing the nail biter. We have Alduria Wechua and Elwyn tied for second place with 102 points each.
I'd like to add this is the highest scores ever recorded in MicroVision history so far.
Wow.
Now we have come to Floria. Here we have Jamie Webster singing of his hometown Longside in the song This Place. That Florians are proud of anything we Shirerithians didn't knock down in the last war? Yeah. I'm not sure where that leaves them, but it's cute for them to be proud. And as for the Florian vote, Ed?
As for the vote, we can start off 8 points to Elwyn
And 10 points to Craitland.
and 12 points to Ralgar.
We have now come to the Hexarchy, giving us a Kano with the song Might You, a tribute to the self-defense forces of the Hexarchy. Auto-tuned and pompous, initially rousing but overall empty, I suppose it's a good reflection of the Hexarchy's self-defense forces.
This calls for Shireroth's might to unite these lands under the Kaiseress in the not-so-far future.
And as for the votes from Hexarchy, we have 8 points to the unified governorates
We have 10 points to Elwyn,
and 12 points to Hurmu. We have now come to Yeland, giving us the song Peto on Irti, The Beast is Loose, by Villegalle, an ice hockey anthem brought to the world by Yelan. He sings there's a beast that is loose. Where? Can't see it, can't hear it.
Apparently, Yaland is the newest addition to the Raspor Pact. God's help us. And the score. 8 points to Drakmodan.
10 points to Hurmur.
And 12 points to Senya. And the summary so far of the evening, we have the score radically changed from last time. The summary right now, in first place, we have Elwyn breaking out of the pact to rise to number 1 with 118 points. In second place, we have Caitlin, which has been leading up until now with 116 points. And Alduria Wechua in third place with 102 points.
We are now turning to Palismenia with the song Genesis with the Ripples. In this song, Palismenia reminds us why they may be the only part of the USSO that deserves to be spared from the conflagration of atomic fires.
And their votes. They've given 8 points to Jingdao.
10 points to the table.
And 12 points to the Raldon Empire. Next up, we have Finbella. They've submitted a song by BTS, singing Dynamite. A bunch of doll-looking boys with perfect faces singing and synchro dancing.
Happy and colorful, inevitably soul-killing.
And their votes. They have given 8 points to Chrysi.
10 points to the Thrasi Confederation.
And 12 points to Mercury.
Next, Lasas de Irian, with the song Ladu Sedi, meaning sad song, and sung by VIP in Bahasa Finbella.
And now we have more synchro dancing. And apparently, emo is still a thing in Plazas de Irian.
As per their vote, they've given 8 points to Chakaristan.
They have given 10 points to the Hexarchy.
And 12 points to Senya.
Now let's look at that summary. We are seeing that Elwyn is number 1 with 118 points. We have Caitlin, second place with 116. And in third place, Alduria Wechua with 102 points.
Only 2 countries are left to vote. We'll move to the first one, Drak Mudan, now known as the Bovik Draconian State in Mudan, or the BDSM.
In this song, Lizzo sings of all the men that she'd want to enter into a triadic or quadratic marriages with. Sounds like a good time.
The news from Drak Mudan recently, or BDSM if you will, is that they're experimenting with new forms of morality and sexual bonding. Who'd have guessed?
And for the score, we have 8 points to Yalan.
10 points. 2 points to Alduria Wechua.
And 12 points to Chrysi. The summary of votes right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where this is going to get decided right here, right now. The summary. For first place, right now we have Elwyn with 118 votes. We have Creighton in second place with 116 votes. And in third place, we have Alduria Wechua with 112 points. Ladies and gentlemen, this next nation will be the one that will decide once and for all who the winner of MicroVision 2020 is.
Last country to vote now is Elvin. Elvin, or the Diki Esquin West Strahian, gave us Rajuna and Aurora singing Helvegen, the road to hero, the goddess of the afterlife in the Norse mythology.
It's a lament for the necessary deaths of 64 million Froylanders who gave their lives for freedom in Elwyn and across Venetia. Shireroth joins Elwyn in honoring their sacrifice.
A moment of silence, please.
And now for the Elwynese vote. 8 points to Sunlight.
10 points to Shireroth.
And 12 points to Alduria Lectura. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the votes are being counted right now. We are counting the votes. We are counting the votes, ladies and gentlemen. One moment, please. There is a flurry of activity going on behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing... No. That box of ballots goes over there. That doesn't go there. Don't count that. Ladies and gentlemen, one moment, please. One moment. No. Stop the count. Stop it. No. Stop the count right there. Stop it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me pleasure to report from Shirekeep that we have a winner for this year's MicroVision 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, for first place, we have Alduria Wetsua with 124 points. In second place, we have Elwyn with 118 points. And in third place, we have Craigland with 116 points. And in fourth place, we have Vermouth with 96 points. And the bottom scores, we have Jalan, Plazas de Irian, and Finbella tied all for 28th place with 18 points. Then we have Floria in 31st place with 17 points. And last but not least, we have Galicia with only 4 points. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Alduria Lectura with 124 points.
See you next year in Alduria Lectura. Thank you for tonight.
Thank you for listening.
And good night.